Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. Today we are going to discuss a case relating to the deficiency of service by the railways. Here, Northwestern Railways, they are fixed liability for the deficiency of service right from the State Commission to National Commission and also by the Supreme Court because they have not explained the reason or the cause for the delay. No doubt, we are not sure that the trains reach in time, maybe 1 hour delay, maybe 2 hour delays, okay, it's plausible and possible also. But if there is inordinate delay, that too if there is the delay is unexplained, then what the complainant has to do, he will suffer so much of onward journeys, that's the main problem. Because people normally they will be booking tickets in reservation. Purpose of reservation is that only. You plan a program, you reserve the ticket for that express, for that purpose, and if there is a change, normally if you are aware it's okay. If you are not aware, it will cost him dearly. That's what happened in this case. So you can read this case as Northwestern Railway versus Sanjay Shukla. So in SLP number 13288 by 2021. So the Supreme Court gave the decision on 6/9/2021. Right, this is an appeal. Actually, two judges, M.R. Shah and Adrit Bose. So they held the railways liable, particularly the Northwestern Railways liable to pay compensation to the plaintiff who is a passenger in Ajmer Kashmir Express. So for the unexplained delay. Now let us know into the details of the incident. So the plaintiff here, he has become the respondent. Actually, he is the passenger, Sanjay Shukla. He booked 4 tickets for his family on 10/6/2016. The journey was scheduled on 10/6/2013 in Ajmer Jammu Tawi Express. The number is 12413 from Kishangarh. So he wanted to start from Kishangarh. So the train, he also further he booked the return tickets on 17/6/76. Actually his tour is to go to Kashmir, Dal Lake. Right. So after alighting from the train, he wanted to go to the airport. So Jammu airport. From there he wants to go by flight to Srinagar, Dal Lake. He has booked that ship also, boat also, right? So the train actually is supposed to reach there on the next day at 8:10 a.m. That he is supposed to go there on 11/6/2016 at 8:10 a.m. Right? Then he will catch the flight at 12 noon from Jammu Tawi Airport in SpiceJet Airlines to Srinagar, right? As usual, the train, instead of reaching at 8:10 a.m., it reached at 12 noon. The airport is far away from the railway station. It takes 2 hours to go to the railway airport. At the same time, actually, as a passenger, as a group of passengers, they are supposed to report to the airport 2 hours in advance. Already the flight is over, the flight left them, so they missed the flight. Then he has to book a taxi. So he has spent about 15,000 or so. So he took a private taxi and went to Srinagar. So this is the incident. So definitely there is whether it is a deficiency in the service or not, this is the main point. Ultimately, Sanjay Shukla agreed with the attitude of the Northwestern Railways since there is no response from them, even though he gave a notice. So he filed a case against him in the State Commission. Then it went to the National Commission. Ultimately, National Commission also found fault or held that there is a deficiency of service because there is no explanation, plausible or possible explanation by the railways for the delay. So ultimately, they awarded 9,000 for the loss of airfares, ultimately 25,000, 15,000 toward the taxi charges. So 24 plus 10,000 for the so-called trauma and mental agony. So agreed by this, they went to the of Supreme Court also, finally the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court, in the Supreme Court, the railway solicitor general, he is additional solicitor general, he vehemently argued that as per rule numbers 114 and 115 of Indian Railway Conference Association, so there shall not be any liability on the railways for the late training of trains, because the causes may be so many. There may be a number of reasons for the late training of trains, and they need not be disclosed to the passengers, because suddenly some cause may occur and the train may be delayed. Right? But even though there was delay, the Supreme Court held, please remember, even though there was delay, the railways were explained to explain the late arrival. But here the railways could not produce any evidence. The railways could not produce any evidence for the reasons of the so-called delay. So Supreme Court held that every passenger's time is precious, and that too is linked to some other programs. So nowadays, these are the days of competition and accountability. You see the private transport, how accountable they are, how speed they are. So you have to go for competition with them. So if the public transportation has to survive, already everything is going to the hands of the private people. If the public transport has to survive, and if they have to compete with the private players, definitely they have to improve their working culture. So citizen cannot be at the mercy, passenger cannot be at the mercy of the authorities or administration. So somebody has to accept the responsibility. Therefore, the railways, definitely they have to pay the compensation. The Supreme Court doesn't want to interfere even in the appeal also. Very good judgment. So please remember, here the main point is, if the delay is explained properly, the railways can escape. And the delay is not explained properly, definitely they are held liable. That too in these competitive days. That is what is held by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Good judgment. If anybody practicing consumer matters, this is a very good judgment in favor of you. Thank you very much.